You guys, we finally have reopened our P.O. box. Yes! I am so excited about this. It has been literally years since we last have had a P.O. box opened, and it's finally happened. It is so exciting to know that we have that way of connecting our community open again for so many reasons, but especially because this has been something that so many of you guys have been asking me to be able to do, and our patrons have been so patient while I have been trying to figure out when the right time to open a P.O. box was. And now that everything of the last couple years has calmed down and Chips and I are certain that we are going to be living here another year, we've finally gone ahead and we have been able to open a P.O. box again. I will have a link to the, I will have the address down in the video description, and I'm also going to put the address into the official channel information, and I'll try to just put it carefully everywhere that you can hopefully find it easy if you're interested in that. But I just am so happy. You know, most of the art in my office has actually come from you guys, and out of everything that I have done over the last 10 years, being able to actually go ahead and have that physical connection of being able to communicate with each other through letters, and being able to just have that little way to kind of unite the different parts of the world, and it's just one of the most surreal, amazing feelings of my life, and I have never stopped being so grateful because I have kept over the years all of the letters that you guys have sent, and so many of you, there's a lot of people in our Patreon now, in our Discord, who I have letters from them when they were in middle school or high school, and now they're college graduates, and I can open these up and I can actually show off letters from their 14, 16-year-old selves. Oh my gosh, all these slimes. Just, it's so, oh, here's Fern Creek's fight with a fox from our Warrior Cat series. I think it's because I used to be a teacher. I think that is why this gets me so deeply to have these things. Why I hoard and cherish every stray letter, every request for more Wolf Quest, every little stick figure that people have ever sent me, is because once upon a time I did used to actually teach at a nonprofit for science. In case you guys didn't know that part of my history, I used to be a cave ecology educator at a nonprofit that taught different school groups about different ecosystems, and I, as the new kid on town for the job, wasn't assigned the cave, which was considered to be the most boring by all the educators, because it wasn't the forest where you got to have finches and forest fires that you talked about, and they had actual finches, and it wasn't the prairie, which had a butterfly house, it wasn't the river, which was surrounded with aquariums, but I loved the cave, even if I did have hissing cockroaches and a blind salamander to tend to, and not finches or a butterfly house. I still thought they were amazing because it gave me the opportunity to work with so many different groups of school kids, and that's where I found my passion for standing up in front of big groups and telling people about science and telling people about the things I was passionate about and the things I was in love with. And I'm just so grateful for that opportunity, and some of the most precious things I still own to this day are the little stick figure drawings that the kids made for me back then. And I think maybe that might be part of it, is because I have most of these letters are from younger viewers, or viewers who watch with their mom or dad, or in some cases with their cat. Oh, this is Lizzie. She went by Lizzie the Pixel Biologist, and she made me some pillowcases that I use to this day. I know the kind of nerves that you might have reaching out to someone and telling them, I love this adventure together, I love what you do, the way that that's not an easy thing to do. Look at my golden finches. And I just love that these letters have over the years gotten me through some of the roughest times in my life, where I have sat down and looked at other YouTube channels and compared myself against all common sense and been like, whoa, betide the Seri. I am not as popular and I am not as successful and I don't have a house in Hawaii, what? And it's easy to compare yourself in the wrong ways to the people like in the YouTube sphere when you are also a YouTuber. And these letters, time and time again, have brought me back to myself and brought me back to what really is going to make me the proudest when I am old and ready to close my eyes and thinking back on my life. I am going to remember having all of these little bits where somebody was just happy because of the adventures we've shared. They learned something new, maybe. They were able to indulge in their creativity. They were able to share some of their passion for the Warrior Cat series. And I am just so happy that even if I never get another letter in the PO box again, which is fine, that avenue for those beautiful things is open again. I'm just glad that we were finally able to do that. And it also means that I have the opportunity to send you guys some beautiful things. The patrons and I have been playing with fire for a couple years now, waiting because I've never been able to do a return address because it would be my personal address, and that's kind of spooky, on the Patreon postcards, because we send out a postcard and a sticker every month with the Flying Squirrel patrons, and we haven't been able to have a return address. Now we can, and that also means I feel more comfortable delving into our backlog of old merchandise, like some of the limited edition, most of them never to be reprinted again, Patreon postcards, of which we have a huge pile. Oh my gosh, Alari, you have created so much of the art over the years. This is amazing. But we have a few of these postcards actually left that I might make available first to our patrons in a secret shop update, and if there's any left, then to the public for whatever else is left. And then we also have just a few. I don't have a lot, but years ago we did our very first set of pins, and I still have a few of them. I still have a bag of our little Seri giraffe pin, and I still have a small half bag of our green heart pin. These I will never create again. We will move on to new styles if or when Alaria and I decide to design more pins or merchandise like the washi tape we've been talking about, just saying. And I'm really, really excited to have those opportunities. I'm also thinking, this is getting a little out there, but I'm also thinking you guys might even see certain stuff like my little birds I made. If I really am in a pinch, as sometimes happens lately, I think I might start creating little art things that you guys can adopt if you're interested in, to kind of help the Pixel Biology channel continue to thrive and bring you some cute little burbs to your desktop or wherever you would like to store them. But all those things needed to have a PO box so that, you know, they don't get lost in the mail. And so they're finally there, that open connection of being able to share some fun things both directions. Like I said, you guys can find the address in the description, and I will put it in the about spot on our channel page. And if anything ever does come in, I plan on opening it on the live stream, so that would be really fun. We are, by the way, as another update, doing live streams somewhat regularly. I'm so proud of us. Over on our Twitch channel. Right now we are doing a bunch of science experiments, actual science experiments, and playing Animal Crossing, getting Wildberry all tidied up. But for those of you who might be a little bit more on the older side, like me, we also are going to be dipping into a few games that won't show up here on the main channel, but will be played on Twitch, and they will be put onto the third channel we have, where I am posting the stream re-uploads, and that is actually RimWorld. RimWorld, Seri? What? RimWorld? That's a bit of a pivot, isn't it? The patrons know the secret. The secret is I am an avid RimWorld player. I have over 600 hours in RimWorld. I think only Sims and Planet Zoo beat me out on number, oh, and Niche beat me out on the number of hours of the game I've played. I love RimWorld. Yes, it might be closer to 700 hours now. Indeed. But yeah, we're going to be playing a lot of different games over on our Twitch. I do have the re-uploads that I'm slowly but surely putting into the third channel, mostly because long videos like that are not natively streamed, which means I'm not streaming directly to YouTube, really hurt your YouTube algorithm. So I'm uploading them to a third channel, but I will link the playlist to thematically appropriate ones, aka not the ones that might get me in trouble, to our main channel. So don't worry, if we've been doing Wildberry streams, you will find a link to a permanent YouTube video in the Wildberry playlist on our main channel. It'll just take you to the third channel so that you can watch it there. A little bit of a workaround, but it also keeps us from being killed by, you know, the analytics really hating long form videos. That being said, other updates. I need to show you guys some more wildlife discoveries that Chips and I have been seeing. I am revamping my vlog channel. It is no longer Seri's Greenhouse, it is now Wild Sage, named after yours truly. In case you didn't know, my real name is Sage. I love it, I know, right? Kind of living up to it. And it's going to be revamped. I'm going to continue to clean it up. It's going to be fresh and vibrant and follow my real life adventures and days here in the studio of my leafy green office, as well as real life adventures that Chips and I go out on. I'm really looking forward to all of this. This is just, I'm very excited and happy right now. And as far as that goes, yeah, we will hopefully have a secret shop that the patrons will have access to first, so they can help me work out all of the kinks. We'll be doing some more fun streams. I have a regular schedule other than the goal of at least once a week on Saturdays showing up over on Twitch. Oh, and we possibly will dabble, potentially, in doing some live streams here on YouTube as well with things like, say, Wobble Dogs, or maybe we'll dive into Niche again, or if I can ever get Minecraft working again, we have plenty to do in the zoo for tidying up zoo crafting and exploring some of the new versions of Minecraft. So there's all of those things for some updates. And we're only like a little bit into summer. So I am really looking forward to sharing more over on our vlog channel if you're interested in things like really cool fantasy books, or just what does Seri do during her day? Who is Vanilla the Squirrel? Nature walks. I'm going to start like going through some of my older, I have a lot of older footage of some of our adventures, like when we went to Yellowstone, or when we have gone camping, or like the baby woodpeckers that I saw fledge while we were camping at the lake just last month. It was amazing. And just, we're gonna have a great time. So there we go. I think it's a heck of a lot for an update vlog. We're still barreling through on adventures. I don't really have any promises on what series are going to show up for the rest of the summer, other than I'm going to do my best and we'll have fun. And if you really want to have some sense of behind the scenes on, wait, what's going down in the pixel biology community? What kind of adventures can I expect? Also, Seri, for crying out loud, why aren't you playing this game anymore? You can actually check out our Patreon, because the Discordians, once you join and you're in the Discord, you get all of that. And you also get to help, like, pick what actually shows up and suggest new games and hang out with everybody and share your joy moments and your pet pictures and what's your favorite books, and there's a lot of happy stuff going on in there. Speaking of which, finally, thank you so much to the patrons who have made it possible for us to reopen this PO box. For those of you wondering what took so long, I didn't feel safe sending people to the post office nor going myself the last couple years. And before that, for those of you guys who don't remember, Chips and I moved from Michigan thinking we were going to be moving to Taiwan in 6 months, which is why I gave my pets to new owners and why I gave away almost all my plants and why I gave away almost all my stuff. And yet life had other plans. So that's why the PO box took so long. And I'm just happy to be able to make a bit of a stand and say, yeah, we're here for the next year. And now I have a way where if you guys are interested, you could be here with me too. And we'll carry on and see what adventures are waiting for us. So, all right, guys, we've got a lot to do. I'm looking forward to it. Stay curious, everyone. Bye.